Good morning, my friends. How are you? I hope this is finding you well and happy and enjoying some good weather, maybe. It's been very nice around here. This is not a weather girl update, but just suffice to say, we have been enjoying the sunshine and the low winds because it can get windy out here, my friends. So we've been enjoying it, really. It's been so nice after all that cold we had a few weeks ago. So I have been working on my sweater. I have done a little crochet. I have, and here's my crochet blocks, the 4 put together. I have 6 of these completed, and I have done some end weaving on some of them, maybe half of them, but I still have to do that with them. But it's not a problem. I don't mind doing it as I go with this versus a big project where if something happened and I had to undo everything before I get back, that would be a problem. I've been doing a lot of knitting on that sweater, friends. That's been my focus. Boy, my lips are dry. I need a little chapstick as I talk. Y'all like, I like this Carmex in the squeeze bottle. My sister-in-law gave me some of this in a stocking 2 years ago, and I really have enjoyed it. And so I bought some of my own. So things are better around here with my kitchen. I actually like it so much better with the garbage disposal. I was having drain problems on that side of the sink, and because of the garbage disposal not working, yeah, so it's a whole lot easier to keep everything clean. It's great. So I've been enjoying my little time in the kitchen, if you can enjoy time in the kitchen, right? But friends, I want to turn you around and show you my sweater progress. So if some of y'all are not into knitting, I apologize. But as my channel started out, it was crochet and knit, or knit and crochet. So I mean, that's just, I take spurts, okay? So if you don't enjoy knitting, I'm sorry. But I'll be doing a lot more crochet, believe me. But since I started this sweater, and I've never made a sweater before, a knitted sweater, it's something I've always wanted to do since I was a young girl. And here I am at my tender age. I am. And I think maybe, barring horrible circumstances, which can happen, I think I might be able to make this work. I hope. I haven't started decreasing at the armholes yet, so that's a whole different thing. I know how to decrease and increase. I've just never done it. Because I've never got up here on armholes. So turn around, turn your heads down. Put your heads down. Can you see okay now, friends? I don't know if you can or not. Let me put you up just a little. Let me just put you completely down on the table. Is that better? You know what? This is what I did one time, and it worked out well. How about that? Do I need the light a little closer? I can move it closer. Okay, I think you can see now. Okay, well, I want to introduce my cup of coffee. Oh, and I want to tell y'all what. My friends, do you remember I said, I need a tissue. Do you remember I said we weren't fixing coffee when we were without water at the sink because I did not want to haul it in anywhere, because the water was turned off, everything. If you're new here, we didn't have water for nearly a week, I guess. And so I didn't fix coffee. My husband is on that Ozempic for his diabetes, and it makes him not want anything to eat. And if y'all are on it, and I had a friend post this morning that she's on Ozempic for her diabetes, and she's lost over 40 pounds. Hi, friend, and thank you for posting. So if y'all know about that, it's for diabetes, but a lot of doctors are using it for, and patients are using it for weight loss. And it works for that too. I can attest to that. My husband has lost so much weight. And he's still on it. So what my point was, excuse me, I got off what I was saying. Because he's on that Ozempic, he doesn't really have an appetite. Not at all, really. And he's on a low dose right now. He was on a higher dose until, because of the expense of it and our insurance not covering as much as they should have, we couldn't afford it for a few months. And we found a compound pharmacy through our physician, our primary care doctor, and we're getting it for half the price. So if anybody's having any problems affording that Ozempic, just FYI, if you have a compound pharmacy anywhere near you and your doctor sends the order to them, at least for here, they can do it for like half the price. So I want to get that message out there. If any of my friends out there are struggling with that medicine, affordability, that's an option, friends. So we're paying a little bit less than half for his Ozempic now. And that is still with the insurance. Yeah. It's $245 a month with the insurance. And now it's like, with delivery, it's $149. If we wouldn't picked it up, it would be $25 less. They're charging us $25 to deliver it from Lubbock out to 45 miles to where we live. So it's still cheaper. And we can pick it up when we go to Lubbock. I don't want to make a trip over there. I'd just rather pay $25 and not have to go over there. Because it turns out to be an all-day thing, because we have to go here and look at this and there and do a little shopping, and it's the whole thing. So anyway, how do I go off this topic? The point was, doesn't have an appetite, and he's not really into coffee or anything right now, so he didn't mind going without the coffee. So my point was, backtrack. The point was, I didn't wash the coffee pot out in the bathroom because I didn't want a chance to breaking the carafe on it. And as it turned out, the carafe was already cracked, and I didn't know it until I got it out day before yesterday, the morning after we got our water back. And I found a big crack in the front of it. So I had to order a new one, and the new one came yesterday. So we have real coffee this morning. I can't believe it took all that to tell y'all about that. But that is my second cup of coffee, friends. So this is either a front or a back panel. I'm not sure which. It's either the front or the back that I'm working on right now, and they each have to be 38 centimeters. I want to say centimeters, and that's not. My husband corrected me the other day and said that is not how to say that. It's centimeters. I said, I guess so. Centimeters. It has to be 38 centimeters long before I start decreasing at the armholes. So I'm just working on this because, friends, if you don't knit and you don't know, knitting is a slower process than crochet. That's another reason that a lot of people are crocheters and don't really care for knitting, because it does take a long time. It's just loop. After you just take your thread and you loop it all the way around the project. One big loop. Yeah. So anyway, it does take a while. And I don't want to just set this down because I might not. I want to finish this. I'm determined to finish this, and it's so slow. If I don't keep at it, friends, it's not going to happen for me. So when I get tired of knitting, and I do sometimes, can y'all see this? I don't even know if you can. Can you see? I don't think you can see. Anyway, if I get tired of knitting, I have those granny squares that I think I've completed. I don't think I need any more granny squares. Friends, I just need to put them together. And that's what I'm doing. It doesn't take long to crochet those 4 squares together. But just like crochet, you get in the groove of this knitting, and it's a repetitive, soothing motion. Just like when you're crocheting and you can zone out. And these are the ruts I've made in my brain, friends, since I was a kid. I have gone and looked at that continental knitting, and I've given it a try. I will admit, I have given it a try. But these ruts are so deep in my brain. And this is how my mama did it. And I'm not real fast at knitting. And I know you can go faster continental. But this is what I know. And this is what is soothing to me. So this is what I think I'm just going to be this is called English knitting. It's where you throw your thread with your right hand. Continental knitting is where you put your hand in your thread in your left hand. I can't do it, but anyway, you would be knitting like this, picking instead of throwing. And I've tried to be a picker. I'm not made to be a picker. I would love to learn that, and I might someday. I don't know. Meanwhile, this is what I do. And today is Friday. Yay for Friday. You know, they have little sayings for each day of the week in our Yarny community. Finish it Friday. What's Thursday? Wednesday is Whip Wednesday. Monday makes is Monday. And Tuesday, I don't know what Tuesday is except Taco Tuesday. So I know. And Throwback Thursday. And I don't know the terms for. If y'all know the terms in our Yarny community for Tuesday and Thursday, would you please leave them in the comments? Because I don't know what they are. So we're at Finish It Friday. But my friends, I won't be finished this today. I'm getting there, my friends. I'm getting there. And I have started the other panel and this one are almost together. The other panel is up to the pink. I finished the pink and I have a row of that dove on it. That's what this color is called, dove. And that's on a string, on a piece of scrap yarn to hold my stitches while I work on. I was trying to catch up with this one. Now I've caught up with that other one, and I've surpassed it a little bit by a couple of colors, but That's okay. This is still only 32.5 centimeters. See? I don't say that word right. Centimeters. So, my friends, do y'all have plans for the weekend? We'll probably go to church on Sunday. I'll have a doctor's appointment Tuesday. I rescheduled my follow-up for my knee that was scheduled for Tuesday because we had the plumber coming, and I didn't want to miss him. I wanted to be here when he came. So I rescheduled it for 1 o'clock Tuesday. So I have a follow-up 1 o'clock Tuesday with my orthopedic surgeon just for my year. This will be the last visit unless I have problems. Just for my yearly follow-up to make sure all is well. And it is. I mean, I get tired. My legs get tired, but my knees are great. My legs get tired because I don't do enough exercise, friends. I need to start walking. And the weather is going to be getting better now. I don't have a treadmill in here. We did have, but it bit the dust years ago. I had one and I used it. We used it up, okay? We got plenty of use out of it. My husband, he's the one that was on it when it died. But it could have been me. He didn't do anything to it. It was just, I had it since, I'm going to say, 1988, 87, 88. 88. I think I bought it in 88 from Sam's Club. I even remember the ballpark price of it. It was $700 and some odd. I don't know what they are now. We could sure use one in this house, but no, we don't have one. It might be something we ought to save up for. See about getting. As you get older, my friends, and if you are getting older, you know already, and if you're a young whippersnapper, I'm just letting you know, as you get older, you need to exercise to keep your strength up. Yeah. I have a walking stick, and when I start walking, weather permitting, I will be using my walking stick. There is no shame in that. I'm at my age, I don't really care what other people think. Just care what my husband and I think and my family thinks, but I don't care what strangers think, right? If you don't like it, don't look. That's kind of how I have taken on that's my mantra now. If you don't like it, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me or my family. If you don't like it, okay, that's fine. But friends, now, as I've been talking with you guys, this is a pearl stitch. I don't really care for the pearl stitch. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. I don't have any hooks slipping out because when I put my hook in, I grab a hold of my work like that with my pinchers. So it doesn't go anywhere. Gives me time to throw that old thread over there and go on. Now, this is not a knitting, showing my expert knitting. Don't probably do what I do. Don't do what I do. Because I don't even know if this is right. But this is how my mama taught me. And sometimes when I'm knitting in here by myself, you know what I'll say? I'll just say out loud, Mother, I miss you. I wish you were here. I say that maybe not every day. I think it every day. But I'll say it a few times a week out loud. I called her Mother. When I was a kid, I called her Mama. I remember that. Somehow, when I got grown, my sister called her mother, and I just started calling her mother. And that's what I called her. That was my name for her. My kids called her Nanny. Nanny. They still call her Nanny. When they talk about her, they call her Nanny, of course. That's who she was, Nanny. And then when my mother got to be a great-grandmother, she was Gigi to the grandchildren, to the great-grandchildren. Gigi, great-grandmother. I think that is so cute, so fitting. So if y'all are a grandma, grandmother, grandma, nanny, whatever you are, write in the comments. Let me know what your grandchildren or great-grandchildren call you. My grandchildren call me Nana. Yeah, and great-grandchildren, I have one great-granddaughter. I haven't even met her. We're kind of estranged from her mother. I mean, her son, who I was real close to when he was tiny, but the mother up and my husband and her got a divorce. She moved up north, and I don't know what happened, but I'm not connected to her or my grandson. And now a couple of years ago, I found out, a year and a half ago, he had a daughter. I have pictures of her. She's a little biracial girl, and she looks like me. I saw a picture of her, and I said, oh, she's got my eyes and my eyebrows and my forehead. So my little biracial great-granddaughter looks like her Nana in the pictures. She's like 18 months old, I think. But anyway, so now that was the purl row, my friends. This is the knitting row. And to keep these sides, see how even my sides are? So when I go to sew these panels together, that's going to be very, very neat looking. Not like neat, like cool, and it might be, but it's going to be very N-E-A-T, neat, neatly sewn is what I'm trying to say. Excuse me, my nose. But to get this edging like this, when you're knitting flat back and forth, what you do is it could be for other things, friends. I'm not any means a proficient knitter, okay? I never said I was. But you slip the first stitch, it works for me. You slip the first stitch, and if it's a knit stitch, you still slip it as if to purl. You slip it, and you do not do anything else with it, and you start your knitting. And as you go, when you get to the end, my friends, you will be knitting over that slip stitch at the end. I will be knitting all the way to the end, my friends. And when I turn it around to come back with my purl, you still slip the first stitch as if to purl, because that's what you're doing. And then you start your purl all the way across. So when you come back, this stitch will be purled. It will be used as in the row. So what I'm doing now, friends, is I'm just going to knit this row. So I hope wherever you are out there, friends, I have friends from all over, and I'd love to have friends from more places. So wherever you are, I know there's a storm fixing to go through the country. I think we're going to escape the flooding rain because of where we are. We're forecast for a 31% chance of rain this afternoon. That's not very much chance, but I know people across the Midwest and across to the East Coast are in for some torrential rains and possible terrible storms. So my prayers are with you, my friends. Stay safe. And what I'm going to do is finish my coffee and finish this row, and I'm going to keep it going on the knitting. Now, I'll be back with some crochet again. Don't think this is a knitting only channel. I don't want to lose my crochet friends out there. I don't want to lose my knitting friends out there. If I have any, I think I do. Some of y'all have told me you're knitting blankets and scarves and sweaters. And hats off to anybody that can do a sweater. I'm going to take my hat off if I get this done, okay? I'll have a big party on this channel if I get when I get this finished. Okay, friends. Well, I'm gonna let you go now. Let me put you back up here. There you go. Put your heads up. Put your heads up and look at me. Okay. There you are, my friends. Okay. Well, I've enjoyed visiting with you today, and I hope you crocheted along with me, or if you have knitting, you knitted along with me and visited with me while I worked on that sweater. But so that's what I'm doing here, friends, and having my coffee. I sure do love coffee. That coffee's about to get too cool for me. I like my coffee pretty hot. So, my friends, I will sign off for now. The show is over. The knitting, the crochet, the chat is over. But I'll be back. So please come back and see me again. I've so enjoyed you being here. I love you. God loves you. And He knows all about you. And the Lord watch over you. And blessings to you, my friends. My show is over. It's a wrap. And I promise I will catch you next time. See you then. Bye now.